So we're in the kitchen for you this morning because you're probably there right now. You're either making your breakfast, maybe packing up your lunch or your kids' lunch. And as you get things out, maybe a box of granola bars, there's one thing I bet you're not doing. It's looking here at the nutrition label. In fact, there's a new study that shows only 1/3 of people do, and that 2/3 of people don't read this. Part of the reason is that a lot of them don't know how. So I went and talked with a registered dietitian to find out how to read those labels and to help get you healthy. If you want to be healthy,
this one is not too bad.
You have to be on your game. Just ask Lorena Chavez. That's 50-year-old Lorena Chavez, who's running around Southwest Sports Institute like a spring chicken.
I feel it sometimes.
But she hasn't always been flocking to the gym in such great shape.
Before I started, I really battled with having to keep my weight at where I wanted it to be, but after coming here, the first thing I did was meet with Jonathan, and he went over my diet.
That's where a lot of people go wrong, and it's also where Jonathan Smith comes into play. He's a registered dietitian who does a lot of his work here at the grocery store. There are a lot of products and a lot of labels for people to look at. It seems like they can kind of get lost in this, or it's almost like it's Greek to me kind of thing.
That's right. It's very overwhelming. It can be, especially if you don't know what you're looking for.
So that's why Jonathan's going to tell us what to look for.
The number one thing you want to look for is this serving size at the very top. For example, this one, serving size 1 ounce, there's 3 servings per container. So if you ate this whole bag of chips, you're not getting 120 calories, you're getting 360 calories.
If you didn't do the math, you'd be snacking on a lot more calories than you thought. And after the calories, check out the fat.
If something has 20% or more, it's high in that. So if there's 20% of fat, this one's great, you know, it's low fat, 6%. Okay. If it's higher than 20%, okay, maybe we need to limit that.
Speaking of percent, that's a great way to look at the rest of the label. It's tough to talk about specifics for carbohydrates, sugar, sodium, and other things listed here, but if they're more than 20%, that's not a good sign.
Does that mean avoid anything with 20% or more? No. Just be aware that if it has 20% or more, okay, I might need to limit this for the rest of my day.
And from soda to snacks, produce to piping hot entrees, there's one more set of facts you want to check out, especially in foods such as bread.
At the very bottom is the ingredients list. That's where you know if this is a whole grain product or not. So the first ingredient should say whole wheat flour or whole grain flour.
So with a little workout and paying attention to all that small print, you could be like Lorena here. Cool. So what's your goal, say, for 60 now?
Oh God, to live that long.
Living long and well and thinking about those nutrition labels while running off dinner. And if you want more information on how to read these nutrition labels, go follow me on Twitter. It's Matt at KRQE. I'll post a link that'll give you some more tips coming up here in just a minute. And if you don't go to Southwest Sports Institute where Jonathan works, you can often find a nutritionist at your grocery store. Whole Foods has one and other stores do too, and they're there to help you out and answer all of your questions.